What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. LexxExpress checking in with yet another WWE 2k22 video. So here we're going to be highlighting Rey Mysterio's showcase mode. Now, a lot of you guys know that I've loved this game ever since I jumped on in that first live stream, and I've been trying to stay optimistic for it even before launch. Now that the game is finally out and I played through all of Rey Mysterio's 12 matches, I can honestly say that I thoroughly enjoyed the showcase. Now, let's get back to the 12 matches part. Even if you take 10 minutes per match, you're still looking at 2 hours worth of gameplay. I took well over 10 minutes. I took, even on the JBL storyline, I took like about an hour, maybe 40 minutes to an hour on that one. But on average, I spent about 25 minutes or so in each match. So I feel like even though it was 12 matches, it lived up to the hype. Between the objectives, the cutscenes, the setting, like, come on, look at Halloween Havoc and that WCW arena. It felt so authentic, so real, and that's one of the things that I really praise about the Rey showcase. They had Rey Mysterio himself narrating it, adding more story to what was already going on. Now, I wish they would have turned down that music, like that little generic classical music they had in the background. Not that it bothered me, but I felt like it was just a little bit too loud. But I think they did that to cover up the arena sounds. You know how they covered up the referees and the people in the crowd? I think that's what they were going for with the sound. They probably wanted to block out some sound, so they end up adding that for background noise. But even then, look at Eddie Guerrero here making his way to the ring. I just was blown away by the animations and the story building transitions. Again, I loved it. Well worth it. And I think that when you pick up WWE 2k22 and you play the tutorial, showcase should come right after. Because by the time you're done doing the showcase, you already got the controls down to the T and you understand what the game is all about. Now, no worries, I'm not going to do this whole match here. This is just me playing one-on-one. But I wanted to start off this, little segment here talking about the showcase and showcasing this arena, because it gives you a level of nostalgia with the environment feeling so true to what it was back then. You got the little grain on the screen to give it that filter effect. And I feel like Rey Mysterio did pick good matches for the showcase, but what bothered me is that they had 2 Eddie Guerrero matches, but they didn't have the ladder match, which was for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. I feel like that match is like a staple in Rey Mysterio's career. So they start off with, like I said, Halloween Havoc, dope ass match, and then we went into WrestleMania 21, which was also really fun to see, but I would have 100% preferred that ladder match for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. And then we transitioned to the Shawn Michaels one right away, when Eddie had already passed, skipping through everything he did in WCW, Rey Mysterio that is. And I don't know why we didn't get more WCW matches. Maybe they didn't have the opportunity to get the right for the some of the stars he faced in there. But, his career in WCW was monumental. And I'm just happy we got at least one match from WCW. So the Shawn Michaels match, super emotional. You see Rey even himself, while he's talking about the story, he gets a little emotional. Because that was the night that they were paying homage to Eddie Guerrero, and Shawn Michaels stepped up and challenged Rey Mysterio, and you get a little bit of inside information here, and you also get to see Rey Mysterio's side of things. Now, the thing is that you got to take what he says with a grain of salt, because he was just really here to dramatize the story, which was fun. It's all fun and games, and it started to get really serious when I got into this JBL match. I did it on normal difficulty, but my goodness, with all the little tedious objectives, JBL made my life a living hell. Because if there's one thing that they got right in this showcase, was making you feel like Rey Mysterio was a little teeny weeny ant in comparison to these larger characters that he was facing, like JBL, and then followed up by Kane. Those were 2 of the hardest matches in the entire showcase, in my opinion. Let me know how long it took you guys to beat it. I'll admit, it took me a couple tries. JBL, Yeah, let me get let me get away from that. JBL gave me nightmares. So then we had Dolph Ziggler, that SummerSlam match, which was cool, man. These matches are cool as hell, and I'm glad that they added it. But I feel like overall the showcase mode was missing, that Royal Rumble moment, that Kurt Angle and Randy Orton triple threat match. Even though Kurt Angle's not in the game, and I know that now, but I feel like if it would have had at least the custody, the Rumble, or that triple threat, I feel like it would have elevated the showcase mode. At first, the 12 matches felt like it was a little light, but ultimately after playing it, I felt satisfied. I feel like I thoroughly, um, got to live through some key moments in his career and enjoyed that element of it with the idea of like, I wish I had more, and it just sucks that they're not adding more via DLC or anything, not just for Rey, but for anyone else for that matter. But yeah, we did have this Undertaker match, which was super, super awesome. And then we had the Miz match, which was cool, even though that night he lost the belt, right away, which I felt bad for Rey. I remember watching that live. And then we jumped into what's been going on in the last couple of years, which was easy to remember. But some of the more forgettable matches, like versus Samoa Joe. And then, I did like this one, though. The Grand Metallic one and the tag match was really dope. The one that was really forgettable was the Samoa Joe one. That was just thrown in there, honestly. But either way, guys, nothing crazy to report here besides the fact that I'm gonna give the showcase probably like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10, because it was really fun and exciting, but it just felt like it was missing key elements to fulfill Rey Mysterio's historic career. So comment down below, man. Let me know what you guys thought about the showcase mode. What have you guys been up to in WWE 2K? Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my full game review. I thought about doing this video here separately because in the game review I didn't want to overshadow all the other modes, and I just wanted to touch base on each mode, and I didn't have enough time to talk about the showcase mode, I felt like. So that's what this video is all about. I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Peace. I'm out of here. See you on the stream.